Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today I'm flipping through Mad Magazine number 526, released April 2014. Uh, Cover price $5.99, which is indeed cheap. But before I do that, I want to say, oh, I forgot to do the thing where it doesn't play the music again. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. It's the best way to support this channel and help this channel grow. And I can't do it without your support. Do you want to support me in another way? Patreon.com/flippin through. Hey, listen, I still got this new mic. I don't know if it's good or not. If there's any issues, let me know, pretty please. Support me on Patreon. You get a 6 set of stickers. You get an awesome Alfred E. Newman stencil designed by top minds for defacing public and private property. Those people that support me on Patreon, I get to thank each and every episode. Those are Misimo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support. I hope I can keep on earning it. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get ready to turn off the titles. Overhead. Boom. There we go. I didn't screw it up totally. Here we go. Get me in here. Booyah. I am a master. I'm a master of the visual arts. What do you think of this cover? I'll tell you what I think. I think that it's awful. Like, I don't know what it is, but kind of cartoony looking versions of MAD, or not of MAD, of Lego characters. I hate them. I find them extremely off-putting. I don't know what it is. Like, cartoon versions of them are just, they're terrible. I mean, this looks kind of like a Roblox character, which I also hate. I hate the Roblox characters. One of my children plays Roblox, and it's just like, ew, why do you do that? Anyway, here we go. I don't know, it's in the 400s, we had what some people call the dark ages of Mad Magazine. I don't know. There are ads in this one. I don't know if this counts as being part of that dark ages. Creatively, it's pretty good, and the ads aren't as awful as some of the ones when they first started taking ads. There is a massive letters department, and you guys know I love letters. All I care about is letters. I want to get letters in the mail. Send me a letter, just a note. I'll write you back. But there was something kind of interesting, and I thought I would just read about this because it made me think about what do you call it? Time capsules. Take this job and shovel it. Just thought you might want to know that I found a copy of the 1983 Tootsie Mad inside a time capsule that was buried by members of a conference held by a bunch of famous designers and thinkers in Aspen back in 1980. Oh, Aspen. What do Aspen nights sound like? Among the items found was the actual computer mouse used by Steve Jobs during his conference speech. Why this copy of MAD was included in there with all the fine art, aged wine, and state-of-the-art computer gear is, of course, baffling. It was found in the tube very near some ladies' pink lace panties, so I'll let you draw the conclusions as you see fit. Even though my subscription ran out years ago, I still love you, so I guess that means I'm still an idiot. There you go. Sailor Moon. That's quite a find. And as for how MAD wound up in that time capsule, along with a pair of pink panties and Steve Jobs' mouse from his speech, we think we all know why. All we can say is that Jobs' presentation went very well that day. And he had a very specific and very erotic way of celebrating. I kind of like that idea of time capsules. I want to open a time capsule, but who keeps the stuff in the time capsule? I guess like if it was an organization that buried it, then the organization maintains ownership, right? They protect the soil beneath which that capsule is buried, and then they get the stuff, which is usually not great stuff. All right. Anyway, here's something else that I wanted to point out, and this was something that like, okay, part of me wanted to be published in MAD so I could get a bunch of free stuff. But that's like the termite in me, right? That just wants to take. But the other thing is like, what does any of this have to do with Mad Magazine? Well, I'll answer you. Nothing at all. We have Justice League War, which that movie is kind of good. Bad Grandpa, never saw it. Well, a board game, a Ultimate Nerf Blaster book with 6 darts, and How to Build a Hovercraft from the guys who brought you, I don't know, Mentos and Diet Coke. Like, what are you really trying to like get? Do you need to encourage people to write to Mad? How about people who subscribe to Mad get a swag bag? Maybe that's the way to do it. So here, Mad behind the scenes, get inside Mad. My goodness, I'm sorry. Nobody told me if my belch button worked. I don't think I've ever read this. I should probably pick that up. Fundolini Pages. Okay, guys, here's the deal. Fundolini Pages was probably one of the greatest MAD introductions in recent history. I loved the Fundolini Pages. Why? Because what happened with MAD before is that there were these like very segmented, very distinct gags, right? It's like, this is the movie satire. Then you turn the page and it's like, movie satire is over. This is something about scuba diving that Bob Clark is giving us. Scuba diving is over. Now it is a Mad Look At. A Mad Look At's over. Now it's, the latest John Caldwell submission. And those are great, don't get me wrong. But what I loved about this is that it was just non-stop stuff to look at. And it was all different. So it's like my eyes would just bounce around the page. And when I first opened up to it, I would read stuff. I would like read half of it. And then I would come back upon second readings or third readings and read the rest of it. It was so great. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Now, this Fundolini Pages. So Stan Sinberg, I got to look this up on, I'm on Mad Cover Site, of course. Stan Sinberg has written, he wrote a good amount of stuff from 2000, sporadically. There's like a few empty spots, a few lean years, all the way up to 2018. Very good. I hate this though. this is one of the dumbest things I've ever read. And listen, I don't criticize very often, but it's bass backwards. I hope to God Stan did not come up with that. Actually, I hope he did, because I really hope to God that the editors didn't come up with the name for this. This is like the corniest, overplayed joke ever. It's bass backwards. We've all said it. There's no shame there. But we didn't name a feature in Mad bass backwards. Why do musicians who play a few chords in front of screaming, idolatrous fans need a 25-minute break every 40 minutes, while farm workers doing back-breaking labor maybe get one 15-minute break in an 8-hour shift? It's not how farming even works, though. Right? Like, farmers, that's not how. What's bass backwards is like his idea of agriculture. That's what's bass backwards. As opposed to other books, which first come out in expensive hardcover editions before going softcover, how come comic books start out as cheap throwaways and then come out again in high-priced hardcovers? Because they offer something more. Like, listen, I know it's not fun and it's not funny to like explain why this joke is dumb. Um, but that title, it invited my ire. Okay, that's what happened. All right, Stan, your title upset me, and so that's it. That's it. I got upset, and I'm sorry. Um, Here's something. It's in Fundolini Pages. It also, I think it would appear sometimes in the strip club. Bitterman. Bitterman, I don't think I've ever given this its due. I've never like really talked about it. Um, but the concept is it's a bitter man who's just like, he's just an asshole, really. And he gets his comeuppance. Hey, buddy, you can't smoke that in here. Oh, yeah. For your information, Bluto, this is an e-cigarette. There are no carcinogens, no ash, no odor, and no law that prevents me from using it in public. So why don't you take your stupid do-gooder attitude and cram it? Wow, so there's not a single harmful side effect to smoking those things? That's right, a-hole. Want to bet? Now, here's the thing. What does it say about me that as time goes on, I start to take Bitterman's side more and more often? Probably nothing good. There are a few things on this page I wanted to talk about. One being emoji that we'd like to see. One of these I think aged surprisingly well. The Wi-Fi sucks here. Careful, the NSA is reading this. I have trouble expressing my feelings. Candy Crush is ruining my life. That's a dated reference. I don't think anybody plays that anymore. Hey, could you delete those photos I sent you? I'm running for mayor. I just took a photo of Alec Baldwin. That's the one I was talking about. Oops, dropped my phone. Writer Kenny Kyle, artist John Martz. I like Kenny Kyle. He's a funny dude. Here are the worst things about capitalism. Um, I, what? Writer Jeff Cruz, artist Ward Sutton. I like Ward's work. I like Ward's work in the Fundolini Pages. I think it's just perfect. Um, People who claim that our economic system is the best in the world, which is like arguing that Michael was the most ethical of the Corleone family. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's. That seems like it would actually be a decent thing, right? Like it has its shortcomings, but it's lifted more people out of poverty than any other type of the type of economic system. The pseudo intellectuals who extol the work of Ayn Rand, even though it's not humanly possible to read any of her books all the way through. I did like this one. The decision to put Alexander Hamilton on the $10 bill. Wouldn't it make more sense to honor the guy who actually won the duel? Yeah, I see that. I could get behind that. If we just put, um, what if, you know how they have like special stamps, right? You couldn't change the dollar bills, right? Or the currency, who's on the currency, but you could do honorary like postage stamps for people who like committed political assassinations. You could have Aaron Burr, technically a political assassination. They were both politicians. And it was a duel, but he killed a guy. You could do John Wilkes Booth. You could do the guy who shot Reagan, attempted assassination. There's not enough in American history to like actually do strict assassinations. You got to do attempts too. I would say, what's his face? The guy, Kennedy's guy, and then also Jack Ruby. Probably him too. Yeah, I think we could do that. That'd be a fun stamp set, I think. Um, this is one that I was kind of confused about. In case we haven't mentioned it in the last few decades, we don't especially care for Donald Trump. Up until he became political, I thought people maybe they didn't like Donald Trump, but they were amused by him, right? Like you would tease him, and he was on TV, and he would yell at people that they're fired. But even before that, he would be like in the zeitgeist. People were amused by him. I thought nobody hated him though, did they? I didn't. I didn't really think much about him, to be honest. You guys, I think, look at these are beautiful Tom Richmond illustrations. It is absolutely lovely. But I thought the Hunger Games were so corny, and I'm not gonna go through this because this does actually have a lot of really good stuff in it. And here we have the Mad Vault. This is a piece by Jack Davis, writer Mike Snyder. Um, and I love this. I think that if I did enjoy the fact that they started doing the Mad Vault because there was so much great stuff in Mad history. And, if they aren't selling super specials or whatever, XL Mad, um, having things like this to like show people some of these awesome cartoonists and illustrators, I see that as an absolute win. And here we have a lovely spy versus spy. Hit pause and read through this. It is pretty good. Listen, I know I called White Spy and Black Spy simps. I get it now. I get it. I've come around. Like, wait, was this when like the Lego movie 2014? This may have been like when the Lego movie was about to come out, right? Um, yeah. And I don't like that stuff. Here we have Planet Tad. And I've said every other time this segment appears, like I don't it's so wordy and it's so long that it's really hard um to go through this and like give it justice because you really do need to read through the whole thing and it is really really quite funny. The writer of it, um Tim Carville, I don't know. I never remember his name, which is a shame because it's like he created one of the recent great things from Mad Magazine. Oh my god. Why didn't they do a Planet Tad movie? Planet Tad, like think of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This would be perfect. It could apply. It could appeal to those people, and you could have in the beginning of the movie a bunch of like little cartoons of Spy versus Spy or like some Don Martin stuff. Jeez Louise, why do I got to do your jobs for you, Mad Magazine? February 3rd, 2014. Today at school, they announced the plans for a battle of the bands. And I started thinking, my friend Chuck has a drum set, and our friend Kevin got a guitar for his birthday last year. Plus, there's a guy in my homeroom named Stu who's really good at playing the bass. And with me as lead singer, that's just the right number of people for a band. This might or might not have something to do with the fact that I heard Dana McKnight, who's a sophomore in my algebra class, says that she thinks guys in bands are really hot. Here's the thing you gotta know about Planet Tad. Tad is a poon hound. He's always going after a girl, all right? And you might think that gets old. It doesn't. The humiliation of him never gets old. This is like I caught my eye and I had to highlight this. Our band had its very first meeting today. Not practice, meeting. And it was a little rough. For starters, we couldn't agree on a name for a band. Everyone started throwing out suggestions, and I wrote them down as they said them. Erection, Chameleon Blinder, Wonder Pets, Face Melt 9000, Fantastic Four, Snake Mouse, The Lunch Ladies, Your Mom, Principal Evans Spleen. That's terrible. Why? It's so stupid. I'm leaving. Like, I don't know what it is. This guy, Carvel, he captures that sort of stupid middle school, high school, whatever. I don't know what grade Tad is in. He captures it so well. He's just what a good writer. Um, and here, I hate to do this, but I'm skipping this. I don't want to see a mad look at an IP. I don't want to see it, and I'm sorry. If you were interested, hopefully you guys got to see it before it disappeared. Mad's Guide to Proper All-You-Can-Eat Buffet Etiquette. I really wanted to like go into this and talk about how it's a Bilderberg or a Wimmel burger. But I don't want to upset my audience. Holy smokes, though, man! Just look at that. I think I think it was like a drawing that Tom Bunk did like 20 years ago, a couple of videos ago. I did it. I think it was in the 300s. I said, Tom Bunk is at his peak in this one. But no, I mean, I guess maybe his peak is like really long lasting. It was a plateau. He just plateaued at a certain level, and it was freaking awesome level. Oh, he's just so cool. I wonder if I could draw something like that. That'd be fun. That'd be a fun challenge to do. And of course, we're going to look at this. We're going to look at every single one of these. It's John Caldwell. Warning signs of a crappy tanning salon. Nope. Do you guys remember there's that like Jersey grandma or Jersey mom, Jersey grandma who was like, she looked like a boot. It was horrible. She looked like a catcher's mitt. And she was like, there was some viral video. Why did I even bring it up? Anyway, the easiest way to tell the staff from the clients are the hazmat suits. The safety goggles aren't exactly state of the art. God, he does such a good job of balancing the words and the gag. Rather than use an electric timer, you're fitted with your own pop-up thermometer. Instead of spray tans, they offer two guys with rollers. You'll kindly shed your garments. We'll hang them on the provided hooks. We'll have Wally here tape off your untannables. You experience frequent incidents of inappropriate bulb replacement. Oh, yeah, I got here just in time. Here's one that's about to go. They play a little fast and loose with the definition of the word bronze. I don't know. I'm colorblind, so I don't know what the humor in that was. A disturbing signage abounds, not responsible for staff soiled undergarments. This booth has gone 3 days without a melanoma-related incident. Video of your tanning experience available here. And then blatant instances of false advertising. Finally, tanning bed bugs. Oh, God. So there you go. Now we do have, look at that, a lot of ads. Here's some great ones. Books for the growing U.S. obese community. This is Matt Lassen did this one. And it is, it's pretty fun. I don't know. Matt Lassen's very good at puns, like plays on words. He's very good at, if you follow him on like social media, you will see that. Where the Wild Wings Are. Great. Oh, sorry, guys. I think I'm coming down with something. 50 Shades of Gravy. A Farewell to Toned Arms. To Grill a Mockingbird. Listen, this is the second time I've read through this and I'm laughing again. Mad Ribs. the Lardy Boy Mysteries. The Always Hungry Games, Diary of a Blimpy Kid. I like this one. I really like these ones, like the Lardy Boys Mysteries, The Great Fatsby. I just like the simplicity of them. Everything But Little Women, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and then Journey to the Center of the Girth. And I do like this one, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's it. I mean, and there's a big fat kid in it, Augustus Gloot. I hate to do this, but it's like another Lego thing, and I hate it. It's like the whole thing is disturbing. I can't get behind that. Not one bit. Then, of course, we have the strip club, which I think I need to do a kind of like focused video where I just go through some of like the high points of the strip club. Again, this is like, it's like Planet Tad, where a lot of these are pretty dense, so they're hard to go through and get an appreciation of. But the strip club's great. It's like, it really is fantastic. And friends of the show, Noah Van Sciver and Kyle Bridget, they both got their starts there. Their starts. They were doing other things, but that was their first MAD contributions were in the strip club. Um, and here we have, which entitled spoiled princess is your little white girl most like? American Girls. What is this? Oh, this is like the show Girls, the HBO show Girls. That's what this is in reference to, right? Hannah, Marnie. Well, I don't get this. I don't get this. Therefore, I'm angry. Shmoshana? Meet Shmoshana. That's not a real name, is it? A Shmoshana? Shmoshana makes out with a doorman who is like totally Hispanic or something. I'm just trying to like understand the reference. And here we have the strangest choice to make for a print magazine, which is to print things that they had posted online. It's just very weird. And some of them were pretty funny. I think they probably should have just posted them both places and not made like a special thing at the back of the magazine. Um, so anyway, you'll also notice there's a beautiful unmolested fold-in, and it shall remain so. And there we have on the back cover an advertisement for the Kubert School. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Check out patreon.com/flippinthrough. Toodaloo.